Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle 5D from Cyndi Knapp. Now, this one I picked because, I started off my search looking for something to do with the number 5 because in my Tangle Addicts community, I've been doing a daily Tangle, and this will be number 555. And I thought, well, triple nickels. I'll find something that has to do with the number 5, and so I did. All right, and this is kind of neat. All right, so this one starts off, and I kind of questioned, I must admit, um, but I think it works best the way Cyndi has it here. Let me demonstrate, and I'm going to do it just like the step out is, and then I'll tell you what I was thinking. If you're watching or doing along, you might think the same thing. All right, so we're going to start off with uh, two straight lines on one side, of your pattern. This that you have to imagine you're going to do a bigger box. Then turn the tile and do the same thing again, which is always nice to have that. Okay, because for especially for the meditative quality, that's what we want to have is turn, rinse, repeat. Right, turn, do the same thing again, and we're going to do that again. And it's like, I see, they're not going to be even, but that's all right. We're not going to worry about it. And doing it again. Now, of course, we can line this up because we want to end up having it look like this. Because we're going to finish the boxes. So, yes. So starting here, or whichever area is best for you to start. I'm debating. I keep going back and forth. And and then you can always finish it off. And so this ends up leaving a gap in between. And it's like, well, this, there we go. We want to line them up as best as possible. And my first thought was, well, why not just do a square, 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 square? But this, um, yeah, I didn't. It does end up working out well. Plus, it goes along with the philosophy of Zentangle. So, doing the repetition, the repetitive steps. I mean, yeah, a box. But this was straight line, straight line. Those are the elemental strokes. A box isn't an elemental stroke. So anyway, then from the center, say pick one of the boxes from the center. We're going to draw another straight line right across to the center of that adjacent box, and turn. Do the same thing. Turn. Do the same thing. This is where I'm like thinking, you know what? Nope. This is a good way to go for this. Um, and just don't worry about how it turns out. Just don't worry. I mean, that's a big Zentangle philosophy is not worrying about how it turns out. It's also the hardest thing about Zentangle is not worrying about how it turns off, how it turns out. So this is essentially it, except then you can decorate it however you want to. I did it one way on my step out. On Cyndi's step out, do take a look. The step outs are located in the description section, and she offers multiple ways that you can have fun with this. And I just had, well, I guess maybe it was prompted by one of hers here. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do an orb, just kind of filling in. I'm gonna fill in the little sides, and maybe I'm gonna start kind of crosswise because I kind of like how she had it on one of them. Yes. Well, and actually, it looks like on one of them she actually extended this line and extended this line, so that way it made this um, a 4 square grid, and then did filled in every other section. Oh, maybe I'll do all of them. That looks kind of neat. If it's one of those things where if I'm debating, I'll just do the one I'm thinking of first, and then we'll see how it looks. But I'm kind of liking this. But yeah, you can so many things to choose from as far as decorating goes, and you can have fun. Could even just leave it like that. Certainly could. I'm debating. And it could, because I'm just doing this part kind of off the cuff, and I hadn't planned this part because that's sometimes part of Zentangle. So I think I might just leave it like that. I think it looks kind of neat. And that's another thing, is that sometimes there's so many options. It's like, oh, it's just hard to choose. But I kind of like that. And if we do some shading, that will also be neat. So let's do this. Let's shade inside the box. But I'm just going to do the outer edges of it. Okay. Sometimes, honestly, it looks neat without even using the tortilla. It's just occurring to me, but I'm gonna use it. Oh, and then I could have. Oh well, I'm gonna. Yes, I will have to do this. Can't let an orb go unshaded or ungemmed. We'll just shade this though. We'll see how this looks first, because sometimes simple is good, and so it's just not too busy. So another reason. No, it needs something else. Okay, so we'll do this. A nice little kind of C shape with the pencil, and then just with the tortillon, I'm going over it enough to get rid of that line. Can kind of make a full circle in there, and it gives it that kind of gives it that shine look. Yeah, I like it. It's a neat tangle. It is neat, and and because I'm just thinking of it, you can, even though this is on a white tile. Oops, let's wipe that off. Make sure we're working. Yes, can still add some white jelly roll or white gel pen. Doesn't have to be a jelly roll. And when it dries, it'll be a little bit more visible. It's a little bit brighter than this is kind of an off-white tile. So anyway, and it does a little bit already, but as it dries, it'll brighten up a little bit. All right. So if you enjoyed this, and I hope you did, would love to have a thumbs up or a like. Feel free to share it. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. Only if you enjoy the content, though. In the description section, I mentioned the step outs. Below that, ways to connect with me. Again, if you like my style, if you'd like to connect, would love to connect with you. I do classes online. I have a lot that are free, and I have some that are paid. Information is on my website. There's a link to that below. And then last but not least, I have a link to our Facebook community. So if you would like to get to know some other tanglers that at all different levels. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do is gorgeous and fine, and we want to see it, and we want to just share with you. It's a really fun time. So would love to have you join the community, and that link is there as well. And I think that's it. So thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.